Hey guys, just wanted to stop by and share a few of the secrets that I've learned as a post-menopausal woman who still unfortunately shops in the juniors department from time to time. And I am just amazed that at 58 that I'm able to lose weight when I need to and maintain that weight loss better now than I could when I was 18. In fact, I'm wearing a smaller size than I did as a teenager, and partly it's because I'm more active now. I mean, you really got to get your butt moving. There's no way to get around that. And I have a video called Weight Loss Over 50 that I did prior to this one that you might want to check out for how I am getting this butt moving on a regular basis now that I'm in my 50s. But this video is talking about like how you can still eat what you want to eat and manage to lose weight as well. And so it's not as hard as a lot of people make it out to be. It's not as easy as it would be like years before when your metabolism worked faster, especially after menopause. But it's not the end of the world just because you are over 50. Just to let you know, it doesn't mean that you have to be a chubby chunker, even though I used to be a chubby chunker when I was like about 18, 19, and earlier on in my teens, because my habits weren't good. And so if you're going to be slim over 50, your habits, especially your eating habits, need to be good. And it's not enough that you work out like crazy. And even though I work out over 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then over 40 minutes on Saturdays and Sundays, I still started to see weight gain. Like my weight started to creep a little bit because I was literally showing out. So you need to work on working out and or exercising and eating better at the same time. You need to do those things in tandem, or as Future said, at the same darn time, I'd like to say, because you really, really need to do both in order to lose weight. So what did I do to keep my weight from creeping, even though I was working out like crazy? Well, one, I started making some tweaks to my diet. I don't diet. I do agree that you need to burn more than what's coming in order to lose weight, or like have your calories at about the same of what your body needs in order not to gain weight. But the thing of it is you need to look at your diet and see the things that you can live without, and then start cutting those things out without even thinking about it or without hesitation. Like, do you love ice cream? I like ice cream. It's okay. It's not something that I have to eat every day or every week, maybe once or twice on vacation or like I'm going out or something, but it's not an end of the world treat for me to have. So you won't see me eating ice cream a lot. What I do like, I like cocoa mixed with my coffee on a daily basis. And there was a time that I was using Nesquik's or Swiss Miss rather, their dark chocolate cocoa packs. Each pack is 150 calories, so that was 300 calories for each drink of the coffee that I call it. And then I had the nerve to try to get one more pack, thinking that I'm sitting here working, I may as well enjoy another lovely cup of coffee. That's not good. That would have added 450 calories on top of the food that I'd already be eating. So what I decided to do, I said that there could be no more than 2 packs of cocoa in any given day, regardless of whether it's the afternoon or some other time. So, but what I wound up doing is instead of 2 packs at 150 calories, they have a different brand that's called Just Cocoa, and the calorie drops to, I think the calorie count dropped to maybe 110 calories. That's what it was. It dropped to 110. So I do one 150 pack and one 110 calorie pack, and then so that took out about 40 calories a day for my drink. So, okay, that's some that you go over and put into the calorie bank. And over time, that adds up and turns into something. Another thing, years ago, I used to drink soda, and I decided to stop drinking sodas. For those of you who drink sodas, you don't realize that that's such a waste of calories if you drink the full calorie versions of those drinks. I think that you could save yourself 10 pounds a year if you just drink water like you just saw me drinking. And don't think that diet sodas are going to make it any better, because from what I understand, it causes your metabolism to work less efficiently when handling sugars, and you may wind up craving more sugar to offset any losses or that you might have perceived by drinking diet sodas. So I would definitely stay away from those, and instead of sodas, drink water. Instead of sitting around drinking orange juice or any number of juices or bottled sweet teas, you really got to make your way to drinking water as quickly as you can. As much water as you possibly can drink is the best habit for you, especially if you're over 50. Another thing, like I used to work in an office, and around 3 o'clock, everyone would want like a bag of chips. You'd want a candy bar, or you might want some microwave popcorn. I ended that probably 2 decades ago before I got to my 50s. And so now I keep a pre-made mix of nuts that I like to eat. And so at 3 o'clock, I fill my hand with nuts. And you have to be able to close it in order for it to be a moderate portion that doesn't cause you to gain weight. And what that does is it helps you to regulate your blood sugar. All of a sudden, your system isn't spiking where all of a sudden you're craving sugar and wanting to eat really bad things. And there's enough sodium. I get nuts that don't have any salt added, but it gives you a hint of sodium where you think that you're actually satisfying that craving. But I meant to say that's my 4 o'clock treat, but my 3 o'clock treat is actually fruit. And so like right now that it's summer, I cut up watermelon and I add some salt onto that. And so that's a really wonderful treat. It hydrates and it also adds fiber, and so it keeps me from eating and looking to see what's in the refrigerator after I've eaten, my lunch, or really it's a breakfast lunch because I do intermittent fasting where I don't eat until after 12. I eat that, and then at 3 o'clock I eat my fruit, and then at 4 o'clock I eat the nuts, and then I'm good until the final meal of the day, which is dinner, and then I don't eat after 8 during the week. On the weekends, I'm allowed to cheat. I try not to do it as much, but I can eat after 8, and I can eat snacks. So maybe if you could limit or cut out snacks during the evenings of the weekdays, that also will help you not to gain as much weight. Another thing that I used to do mindlessly on long trips, I'll chew double bubble gum, and so on a trip it's okay because it's just like a one and done. I chew the whole pack going on, like say, an 8-hour trip, and then if I had to drive back, I would chew another pack. But that's okay when you do that maybe like once a quarter or something. But if you're like grabbing a handful of gum to take with you upstairs, or when you're like taking a 20-minute drive and making yourself think that you need that, that's 20 calories a pop each time. So each handful is 100 calories. What if you do that 4 or 5 times a day? You may as well have eaten a candy bar. So those are calories that are hidden. Your mind doesn't realize that you're consuming them. But once I stopped doing that, I noticed that some of the weight that I gained kind of just drifted away. Another thing, I thought I was doing myself a favor by drinking iced tea at night to keep me from eating after 8. And so because I'm from the South, I said, let's do sweet tea. And so I would just like not even measure it, just like fill it up with whatever amount of sugar made it taste good to me. And so I thought that because it was green tea and like oolong and things like that, that it would speed up my metabolism and cause me not to really experience any ill effects. wrong. I did gain some weight, and also I noticed that my blood pressure wasn't as low as it needed to be. So I didn't realize that sugar is not your friend as you start to age. And so I got the bright idea that no more sweet tea at night, no more gum at night. And then also on Fridays, for people who might have watched my channel years ago, I used to eat pizza on Friday nights. I no longer eat pizza on Friday nights because I'd wind up having a lot of extra. And so then I would wind up eating that pizza like Friday night for dinner, for lunch on Saturday, and maybe even some for dinner. So it was just like a higher calorie count than I really needed, especially for lunch the following day. And then not only that, but after said pizza, I would drink Red Bull. And there was a time where I was drinking a 20 ounce or like maybe 12 ounces, and I'd wind up falling asleep anyway. So those calories weren't really adding any value. It wasn't keeping me awake. It just tasted good. And so I may as well have been drinking sodas. And so that caused my weight to go up. So now, even though I like Red Bull, it's only for special occasions, like when I travel, or if it's like a birthday or anniversary or something and I'm trying to stay awake, then, but not Friday night after Friday night, because that adds up to weight gain. So like what I did, I just found little ways to cut out calories, and then eventually it added up to me being a lot slimmer, in addition to me having a lifestyle of movement, working out. Like while I sit here, I don't use the restroom on this level. I run upstairs to the restroom. And so that keeps me from being as sedentary as a work from home job typically would give you. So I hate to make it seem like it's a simple thing, but if you start making little tweaks in your diet and just cut out things that are not required for you. I've weaned myself off of fast food, so it's very rare that you'd ever see me eating fast food. Fast food is not your friend in middle age, especially over 50. So the faster you can get away from eating things like that, the better. And I mentioned intermittent fasting. The meal that I eat after 12, I just move my breakfast up to that meal. So I eat a lot of whole grain cereals in like a little 12-ounce cup with 1% milk. It's very filling. It gives a lot of fiber, and it keeps me from eating high-calorie meals. So I don't go out to restaurants, for lunch or anything like that. And I find that that really makes a difference. Like, it annoys me when I hear commercials on the radio, like for McDonald's, where they're talking about people coming there for breakfast. That's really the last place you should be going for breakfast. If anything, get your butt some cereal, get you a little container of yogurt, add some fruit, put some nuts in it, get some oatmeal, get you some healthy stuff that's not going to add to your bottom line or to your middle. And I think that you will definitely see great results in your 50s and beyond as you lose any weight that you need to lose, or maintain any weight loss that you wind up scoring on. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, I got to wrap up my work day and get out and enjoy the day. But until the next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.